You were reading by the lamplight. I was sitting across the room. There was music playing softly on a quiet afternoon. Neither one was talking. We had nothing much to say. But every now and then I'd look at you, and you'd look up the same. You'd turn another page, I'd watch the evening settle in. Sometimes you'd catch me staring and give that little grin. Then we'd go back to our silence like we'd done 1,000 times, never knowing how much happiness was living in that night. Just being in the same room was enough for me and you. No need to fill the silence, no need for something new. Your presence made the evening warm, your breathing made it home. I never knew how much I loved just knowing I wasn't alone. Sometimes you would cross the room to bring a cup of tea, leave it gently by my side, then touch my shoulder lightly. I'd say thank you without looking. You'd go back to your chair. Such ordinary little moments, but love was everywhere. The evening slowly darkened. You turned another light on low. I remember how the shadows moved quietly across the floor. Nothing worth the photograph, nothing anyone would save. Just two people growing older, sharing one more peaceful day. Just being in the same room was more than I understood. I thought that love needed moments to prove that it was good. But now I know the deepest love could barely make a sound. It was simply feeling peaceful whenever you were around. Sometimes now I sit there with a book upon my knee, and without even thinking I look toward your old chair. For half a second I expect to see you reading there. Then I smile and let the silence bring that evening back again. We didn't have to talk. You didn't even have to look at me. I was happy simply knowing you were somewhere in the same room with me. With me. There was a night I came home tired, with nothing left to say. You looked at me across the room and knew I'd had a difficult day. didn't ask me what had happened. You didn't tell me I'd be fine. You only sat down close beside me and quietly took my hand. For a while we said nothing. The evening carried on. The clock was turning softly. Somewhere a radio played. Your thumb moved across my fingers, slowly back and forth. And somehow all the weight I carried didn't feel so heavy anymore. You just held my hand. You didn't need to speak. You knew that some nights love was simply staying next to me. No answers, no promises, no words to make things right. Just your fingers holding mine until I felt alright. Later you brought a blanket and laid it over me, then rested on my shoulder as quietly as could be. I remember looking at our hands, still folded there together, and thinking I could face tomorrow if we could stay like this. There were many days between us when laughter filled the room, but somehow I remember those quiet evenings too. The times when you could read me before a word was said, and knew I didn't need advice, I only needed you there. You just held my hand, somehow that was enough. You never tried to fix the world, you only gave me love. And every little worry grew quieter with time, because whatever waited outside, your hand was holding mine. Now when someone that I care for has a day too hard to bear, I don't always search for answers or tell them not to fear. I sit a little closer and gently take their hand, because you taught me long ago what love can understand. You never fixed that difficult day. You did something better. You stayed and held my hand until the world felt gentle again. You never asked me for a dance. You only held your hand out whenever that old song came on. I knew what you meant. I put my fingers into yours. You'd pull me gently near, and suddenly our little room was all we needed there. You weren't a perfect dancer, and neither one was I, Sometimes we'd step upon each other, then laugh until we cried. But when you held me closer and we finally found the beat, there was nowhere in the whole wide world I'd rather ever be. I still know the way we danced, slowly turning through the room, your hand resting on my back, mine holding on to you. We never counted any steps, we simply moved along, and somehow every little turn belonged inside that song. Sometimes halfway through the music, you would close your eyes and rest your cheek against me without a word at all. Then I'd feel your breathing change as we moved nice and slow, and wish the song had one more verse before it had to go. Last night that song came on again when I was all alone. I stopped whatever I was doing and let the record turn. For just a moment my right hand almost reached across the room, as though your hand was waiting there to pull me close to you. I still know the way we danced, my heart remembers every turn, the little pause before you smiled, the closeness I still miss. Listen through and let that old familiar song bring back a little you. If somewhere memories have music, perhaps ours plays that song. Perhaps we're still there turning where the years can't move us on. No perfect steps, no grand goodbye, just your hand reaching for mine, and two people in a little room forgetting about time. The music ended softly, and for a moment my hand was still reaching toward the place where yours used to be. We never hurried on a Sunday, we let the morning take its time. You would stay beneath the covers while I opened up the blinds. Then you'd tell me, come back here now, whole day can surely wait, and I'd lie down there beside you with no reason to escape. You would read the Sunday paper, I would play some quiet songs. Every now and then you'd look at me and softly sing along. We had nothing planned for later, nothing special we should do, and somehow having nowhere to go felt beautiful with you. Those are the Sundays I remember, the ones when nothing happened much. Your sleepy voice, your easy smile, the comfort of your touch. We thought we were just passing time, letting another morning go. I didn't know those quiet hours would be the ones I'd miss the most. Sometimes we talk about the future, sometimes about the day before. Sometimes you would start a story, then forget what it was for. I'd tease you till you started laughing, you'd throw a pillow back at me, and all the world beyond our room could wait another hour. There were no candles on the table, no flowers waiting at the door, no photograph to tell us this was something to remember. Just sunlight moving through the room, your bare feet on the floor, and me believing there would always be another Sunday morning. Those are the Sundays I remember, more than birthdays, more than June, more than all the grand occasions that disappeared too soon. Because love was never lovelier than when it had no plans, just you beside me, wasting time and reaching for my hand. This morning I woke early to a quiet Sunday sky. For a moment I stayed still there, with an old thought passing by. I wondered how we never knew, while those mornings came and went, that doing almost nothing could someday mean everything. So if I could choose one day again, I wouldn't choose the perfect one. I'd choose an ordinary Sunday and spend it doing nothing with you. with me into the station, carrying my little bag. I said I'd only be gone a few days. You said you knew all that. Still you stayed there close beside me, while the minutes slipped away, as if another little moment might make it harder to say goodbye. The station filled with voices, people rushing everywhere, but I remember only you standing quietly there. You straightened up my collar and touched my face and smiled and said, "Don't forget to call me when you get there tonight." The kiss before the train was nothing grand back then, just something lovers always do when they'll be home again. But somehow through the passing years, that moment stayed with me, your hand still resting on my cheek, as clearly as can be. I found my seat beside the window. You were waiting down below. I pressed my hand against the glass. You waved and wouldn't go. Then slowly all the platform lights began to drift away, and I kept looking back at you until I couldn't see your face. You called me later that evening just to ask if I'd arrived. We talked much longer than we needed about our ordinary lives. I never thought I'd remember every little thing you said, but love has strange ways of keeping what we once thought we'd forget. That kiss before the train still comes to me sometimes. The station clock, your gentle smile, your fingers touching mine. We didn't know that little moments could travel through the years and become more beautiful each time they reappear. I've stood in many stations since those younger days were gone. Watched 1,000 people leaving, watched 1,000 coming home. And every now and then I see two lovers saying goodbye, and for a moment there we are again, beneath those station lights. If I could stand there once again, I'd wait until the very last call and kiss you a little slower and look at you a little longer before the train carried me away. You always said goodnight so softly just before you closed your eyes. Sometimes I was nearly sleeping, but I'd hear you every time. You would reach across the darkness, find my hand beneath the sheet, and whisper, sleep well, my love, and move a little close to me. Some nights we talked for hours about the places we might go. Some nights we were too tired and hardly spoke at all. Even on the quiet nights before the room went still, you always found those little words, and somehow always will. The way you said goodnight was such a little thing. I never knew two simple words could leave so much with me. Your voice was warm and gentle, your hand was holding mine, and every night beside you the whole world felt alright. Sometimes you'd fall asleep first while I stayed awake a while. I'd listen to your breathing and look at your peaceful smile. Then I'd pull the blanket higher when the night was turning cold, and wonder how one sleeping heart could make a room feel whole. There are nights when sleep comes slowly, and the house is very still. I turn the light off like before and lie there for a while. And somewhere like it did back then. And for a moment in the darkness, the years all disappear. I close my eyes and listen, as though you're lying near. I never knew while we were living all those ordinary days that love could hide so beautifully inside the smallest phrase. No grand words were ever needed, no promises every night. You only reached and held my hand and softly said goodnight. So tonight before I'm sleeping, I'll leave the room quiet for a while, and somewhere in the silence I'll remember your voice saying goodnight, my love. You didn't always say I love you every time you left the room. Sometimes you just kissed my forehead and said, I'll be back soon. You'd leave the hallway light on when you knew I'd be home late, and somehow all those little things said more than words could say. You knew when I was tired before I ever said a word. You'd bring a blanket to my chair and turn the music low. You'd save the piece I like the most and leave it on my plate, and smile as if you'd done nothing when I noticed it was there. Those were all the ways you said I love you every day, in 1,000 quiet gestures I barely saw back then. A hand upon my shoulder, a light left on at night. You made the smallest moments feel beautiful and right. When I worried about tomorrow, you never promised perfect days. You only sat there close beside me until the fear had gone away. And when the world was kind to us, you laughed and pulled me near, as though my happiness was something you were happiest to share. I understand it better now, looking back across the years. Love wasn't in the grand occasions or the words we tried to say, It lived inside the waiting, the listening and the care, and knowing without asking when the other needed you there. Those were all the ways you said I love you without a sound, and every ordinary kindness I once took for granted. And now those little memories come gently back to me, not asking me to be unhappy, just asking to be seen. If I could speak to you tonight, there's one thing I would say. I noticed more than you imagined, though sometimes much too late. The light you left there burning, the hand you reached for mine, were little ways of telling me you loved me all the time. So when I think of you, I don't remember the words I love you most. I remember all the beautiful little ways you never had to say them. We used to talk about getting older as if it were so far away. You said we'd walk a little slower, but still go out every day. You said your hair would turn to silver, I said I'd love you just the same. Then you smiled and took my hand and made me promise it again. We never dreamed of perfect houses or some extraordinary life. We only wanted quiet mornings and someone there at night. A little table in the garden, a favorite song or two, and enough years left before us to keep discovering something new. We promised to grow old slowly, walking hand in hand, taking time with every season, never needing any plan. You said if I forgot the way, you'd always lead me home. And I believe there'd always be two shadows on the road. Sometimes we'd see an older couple walking slowly through the park. You'd squeeze my hand and whisper, that's exactly who we'll be. I'd laugh and say we're not there yet, there's plenty left to do. But secretly I love the thought of growing old with you. I saw a couple yesterday beneath the evening trees, walking very slowly with their fingers intertwined. For a moment I just watched them and smiled without a word, because an old familiar promise was the only thing I heard. We promised to grow old slowly, and maybe in a way we did. And every year we shared together, and every life we lived. Some promises aren't broken just because they couldn't stay. Sometimes love keeps walking with us after someone goes away. So when my steps grow slower and silver finds my hair, I'll remember all those evenings when your hand was always there. And if I walk that old park beneath the setting sun, I'll leave a little room beside me for the love that once walked there. We promised to grow old slowly, and when I close my eyes, I still see us walking side by side, taking our time with nowhere we needed to be. Whenever I came home late, you'd leave the little hallway light. I could see it from the street, shining softly through the night. Then before I turned the key, I'd hear your footsteps from inside. And somehow all the tired miles would disappear when you smiled. You always asked how was your day before I took my coat away. I'd say nothing much happened, then talk for half an hour. You'd listen from the kitchen while I followed you around, and every ordinary word felt better spoken there. Coming home was never just a door or place to be. It was seeing you there waiting, and your eyes looking at me. It was your hand upon my shoulder, your voice saying you're home. I didn't know until much later you were what I called home. There were times I traveled farther and stayed away for days. I'd see 100 lovely places, then count the hours home. You'd meet me at the doorway before I set my suitcase down, and I'd hold you just a little longer, glad to be back where I belonged. The hallway light still works now, I sometimes leave it on, and from the street that little window looks almost like before. But no footsteps cross the hallway when my key turns in the door. And that's when all those simple evenings mean a little something more. Coming home was you beside me, asking where I'd been, taking off my tired coat It wasn't walls or windows or the number on the door. Home was simply knowing you were waiting there for me. If I could make one journey back through all those years, I wouldn't choose some distant city or anywhere we've been. I'd only walk that street at evening, see our little hallway light, then open up the door once more and find you there inside. I thought I was coming home to a place. All those years I didn't know I was coming home to you. Someone wore your perfume as they passed me on the street. I stopped before I knew it and forgot where I should be. It was only for a moment, just a fragrance in the air. But suddenly the years were gone and you were standing there. I remembered how you'd wear it when we'd go somewhere at night. I'd wait beside the doorway while you turned off every light. Then you'd come a little closer and ask me, do I look alright? I'd say you've never looked more beautiful. You'd smile and hold me tight. Someone wore your perfume and brought you back to me. Not your face, not even your voice, just one sweet memory. And for a few small seconds, the world became back then. I almost turned to call your name before it disappeared again. I remembered crowded parties where I'd always find you first. Not because I saw you somewhere, but because I knew that scent. I'd follow it across the room until I found your eyes. Then you'd smile as though you'd known I'd been looking all that time. It's strange what love remembers after years have slipped away. Not only words and photographs, but things we couldn't save. The softness of your favorite coat, the sound of closing doors, and one familiar fragrance I hadn't thought about for years. Someone wore your perfume, and for a moment you were near, walking somewhere just ahead of me, the way you did back then. I didn't chase that memory or ask it not to go. I simply stood there smiling until the breeze moved on. Maybe love stays hidden in the senses of the heart, waiting for a sound or fragrance to bring the years apart. And maybe that's why yesterday felt beautiful to me. One stranger passed me on the street and gave you back briefly. Then the fragrance disappeared, and I kept walking, but somehow the afternoon felt warmer, because for one little moment I remembered what it felt like to walk beside you. All our years were waiting somewhere beyond tonight, and I could start from the beginning without knowing where they'd lead. I'd walk into that same old moment, I'd look into your eyes, and even with no promise, I'd choose you one more time. I'd take the quiet mornings, the evenings running late, the little misunderstandings, and all the times we had to wait. I'd take your sleepy laughter, your hand reaching for mine. I'd take the days that felt like nothing, but became my favorite life. I would love you all over again, slowly, softly, just the same. I'd learn the way you smiled again. I'd wait to hear my name. Love, or try to change the end. If loving you meant losing you, I'd still love you again. I'd notice more the little things, the way you closed the door, the way you turned to look at me, then came back for one kiss more. I'd stay a little longer whenever you held my hand. I'd know an ordinary moment can be more than we understand. There were days of golden sunlight, there were nights of quiet rain, there were times we laughed for and times we carried pain. But when I gather all those years and hold them in my mind, I don't remember what went wrong, I remember you were mine. I would love you all over again, every season, every who started here. I'd I take the road exactly as it came, every turn and every bend, because every road that led through you was worth walking to the end. So I won't ask for yesterday to open up its door. I've already been given more than I could ask for. I had your voice beside me, I had your hand in mine, and for a beautiful part of life, your heart was next to mine. I would love you all over again, but I don't need another life, because once I had the beautiful gift of walking by your side. And if love leaves anything behind, when all the years have passed, it leaves the quiet certainty that what we had still lasts. So this isn't goodbye, it's only me remembering how beautiful my life became. Because once you loved me and I loved you. I remember your hands the first time they touched mine. We were walking close together on a warm September night. You reached for me so gently, as though you weren't quite sure, then slowly closed your fingers and I held a little more. I remember those same hands making breakfast half asleep, buttoning up your old blue coat and reaching out for me. They carried bags and opened doors, they brushed the hair from my eyes, and every little thing they did became a part of life. I remember your hands more clearly than you'd know, how they always found my fingers wherever we would go. They never needed words to tell me I was loved. Sometimes your hand inside of mine was always quite enough. The years began to change them, little lines appeared with time, but every time you reached for me, they felt the same in mine. Sometimes sitting at the table, I'd turn your hand and see how many years we traveled, written softly underneath. You'd laugh and say we're getting old, I'd trace another line and tell you every mark you had was beautiful to me, because those hands had held our life through everything we'd known, through ordinary afternoons and nights we weren't alone. I remember your hands way. Sometimes when I'm sitting quietly, I look down at my hands and almost feel your fingers slipping gently into them. I don't close my hand around them, I just let the feeling stay. Because some things love remembers when the years have gone away. Of all the things I remember, your smile, your voice, your eyes. Sometimes what I miss most is something even smaller. The quiet way your hand always knew how to find mine. I remember Sunday mornings, sunlight falling on your face. You would reach across the pillow and pull me gently your way. We would stay there without talking while the morning passed us by. I thought love would last forever when I looked into your eyes. We had coffee by the window, we had nowhere else to be. You would smile at something silly, then lean a little close to me. I remember how your fingers always found their way to mine. Such a small and simple moment, but I loved it every time. The way you used to hold my hand so gently in your own made any road feel beautiful and anywhere feel home. I didn't know those little days would mean so much someday. I only knew I loved you then, in every quiet way. There were evenings in the summer when we'd walk until the rain. You would put your coat around me and we'd laugh all the way home. Sometimes music from a window made us stop beneath the light. You would take my hand and turn me, and we danced there for a while. Now that same old song is playing softly somewhere down the hall, and I see those summer evenings as if time had never moved. For a moment I can feel you walking quietly by my side. Then the music slowly finishes and the room is still tonight. The way you used to hold my hand still comes to me sometimes. Not enough to make me cry, just enough to close my eyes. I remember forever, not the years we had before. Just one coffee by the window, just your fingers touching mine, just to see that smile returning for a little bit of time. And when that little day was over, I would let you walk away, but I'd hold your hand a little longer than I did that final day. There were nights when you were far away, and I would miss you so. You'd call me from another town just before you went to sleep. Then you'd say, look through your window, tell me if you see the moon. I'd pull the curtain open and say, yes, I'm looking too. You said, then we're not far apart, we're underneath one sky. The same moon shining over you is shining here tonight. I laughed and called you foolish, but I stayed there by the glass, watching that pale silver light until our call had passed. We were under the same moon, no matter where we'd been. One light above your window, the same above my own. And every time I missed you, I'd look into the night, and somehow all the distance felt a little less inside. Sometimes we talked for hours, sometimes only for a while. You'd tell me, look, it's beautiful, and I could hear your smile. And neither one would say much, we'd simply watch the sky. Two people in two different rooms, sharing the same light. When you came home, I'd tease you about our silly moon. You'd say, one day you'll understand why I kept telling you. I never thought much of it while you were next to me, because when I could hold your hand, the moon was just the moon. Some things can keep two hearts together when they cannot touch their hands. Tonight it's shining just as softly as all those years ago, and something in that silver light still feels like what we knew. Clear now, I sometimes step outside. I don't ask where you might be or search the endless sky. I simply watch that quiet moon and hear your words again. We're never quite as far apart as distance makes us seem. beautiful. And somewhere in my memory, your voice still says, look up. I'm looking too. And for one quiet moment, we are standing under the same moon again. I still set 2 cups sometimes when evening settles in. Then I smile at my mistake and put one back again. You always sat beside the window where the evening light came through, and somehow every little room felt warmer there with you. You would ask me how my day was and listen to it all, even stories that meant nothing. You remembered everyone. Then you'd reach across the table just to touch my hand a while, and an ordinary evening would become my favorite time. I still save a place for you somewhere inside my day, in the chair beside the window where the evening used to stay. Not because I think you're coming, not because I cannot move on, I just haven't found a reason to let every little thing be gone. Do you remember rainy evenings when we'd leave the curtains wide, watching people hurry homeward while we stayed warm inside? You would choose our favorite record, I would turn the lights down low, then we'd dance around the kitchen, nice and easy, nice and slow. Now the rain still finds the window, and that old record plays. Sometimes all those little moments come walking through my days. I can almost hear your laughter, I can almost see your face. Then the song turns softly quiet, and I look toward your place. I still save a place for you, not with tears or lonely nights, but with all the gentle memories that still make the darkness light. Every cup and every old song, every evening that we knew, keeps a little piece of happiness that still belongs to you. Maybe love is not forever in the way we used to believe. Maybe some loves stay much longer in the little things they leave. So tonight I'll play our record, let it turn until it's through, and I'll sit beside the window with one quiet thought of you. Then before I turn the light out, I'll look once across the room at the place beside the window, where I was happiest with you. Do you remember that summer when we took the morning train? You were sleeping by the window while I watched the falling rain. Then the clouds began to open and the blue came shining through. I remember thinking quietly how beautiful you looked. We walked barefoot by the water with our shoes held in our hands. You kept running from the waves and laughing when they found you. I can still hear that laughter floating somewhere in the breeze, and the way you turned and called me from the edge of that blue sea. That summer by the sea, the whole world felt like ours. We had nothing but each other, and those long and golden hours. You leaned your head against me as the evening settled down, and I wish that little moment could keep turning round and round. There was music from a cafe somewhere farther down the shore. We sat outside until the moonlight fell across the open door. You were telling me a story, I was watching how you smiled. I don't even know the ending, I was lost in you a while. Years have passed since that summer, but some evenings when it's still, I can smell the salt and sunshine, I can almost feel you near, and that little seaside cafe comes alive inside my mind, with your fingers wrapped around mine, and your eyes still meeting mine. That summer by the sea still returns to me sometimes, not as something filled with sorrow, but a love that still feels kind. I remember how you one summer is a warmth I still can hold. If I ever see that shoreline, I may walk there once again. Maybe sit beside the water until daylight starts to fade. I won't ask the sea to bring you back into my arms somehow. I'll just listen to the waves and remember us as we were that summer by the sea. You were laughing in the sunlight, and for one beautiful summer I had everything with you. The leaves were turning golden when you first reached for my hand. We were walking without hurry, with no place or any plan. You were wearing that old sweater I pretended not to see. How you moved a little closer every time you looked at me. There was music from a doorway, there were leaves beneath our feet. You were talking about tomorrow, I was listening to your dreams. Then the wind became much colder, and you wrapped your scarf on me. I can still remember laughing as you tied it carefully. That autumn we walked together, every road felt warm somehow. I never thought about forever, I was happy there and then. Your hand was resting in my hand. The evening moved so slow, and all the things I treasure now were things I didn't know. We found a little wooden bench beneath an old oak tree. You sat so close beside me, your shoulder touching me. You picked a small red maple leaf and placed it in my hand. Said, keep this one and someday you'll remember where we sat. I kept that leaf for many years inside an old blue book. Its color slowly disappeared, but not the way you looked. Sometimes when I find that page, I touch that fragile leaf, and suddenly that autumn air comes quietly back to me. That autumn we walked together still lives somewhere inside, and every golden afternoon and every cooling night and I didn't let it go. Last autumn, I walked there again, beneath that same old tree. The wooden bench was still there, but you weren't next to me. I sat a while and watched the leaves come turning through the air, and smiled because for one sweet moment I could almost feel you there. I left that little maple leaf inside the book where it belongs. Some beautiful things grow fragile, but somehow they still last. We used to drive on Friday nights with nowhere we had to go. You would choose our favorite songs and turn the radio low. The city disappeared behind us. The road was open and wide. You'd reach across without a word and leave your hand in mine. Sometimes we'd stop beneath the stars, somewhere outside of town. You'd open up the windows and let the night come drifting in. We talked about 1,000 things and laughed at almost none. But every hour beside you felt too beautiful to end. Those nights we drove to nowhere were taking me somewhere, to a place where love was simple and nothing else was there. Just your voice beside me, the moon above the road, and your fingers holding mine, while the whole world moved so slow. There was one night in September when you fell asleep beside me. I drove a little slower then, so I could let you dream. At every light I looked at you, your face so calm and still, and wished the road would carry on a little farther still. Sometimes now I hear that song we played so many times, and suddenly I'm driving there with your hand touching mine. The road appears before me, the dashboard softly glows, and for a few sweet moments I'm not driving home alone. Those nights we drove to nowhere still find me now and then, inside an old familiar song. I'm riding there again. I don't need to change the ending or bring those years back home. I only miss the way it felt to never drive alone. If I could have one road with you, I'd choose that road again. No destination waiting, no beginning and no end. I'd turn off favorite music low and let the night unfold. Then keep your hand inside of mine until the morning came. We never knew where we were going. Maybe that was why those nights with you were beautiful.